So you're thinking about moving to Newport, Rhode Island? Well, in today's video, my team and I are gonna give you a tour of the Broadway neighborhood. Let's get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Rhode Island, subscribe below, tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Rhode Island. My name is Devin, and my team and I, we get calls and texts every single day from people just like you looking to make their move to Rhode Island, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email so we can help you make a smooth transition here to the Ocean State. In today's video, we are covering the Broadway Ave neighborhood. Now, what defines this neighborhood? Well, Admiral Kalfas Road to Marlborough Street, Broadway to Farewell Street. So that is what's going to define this neighborhood. So what do people love about living in the Broadway area? Well, for one thing, when you're on this side of town, it is much easier to get in and out of Newport, especially during the summer months. Now, if you are somebody who's military and see yourself being stationed here for a couple years, this may be a great neighborhood for you to consider because it's going to be very easy for you to gain access to the base. Secondly, people love the fact that this is a very walkable neighborhood. It's walkable to Broadway, which is it's about a 10 to 25 minute walk to Broadway, depending on where you live over here. Now, Broadway is gonna be similar to the Thames Street of downtown Newport, right? It's very popular. It has different restaurants and local shops. So people love the fact that they can easily access it from this neighborhood. If you're looking for a more in-depth video on the Broadway neighborhood, you can find it in the top corner of the screen. Now, as we walk through this neighborhood, some of the other highlights that people really like is the fact that the price points over here are much more affordable compared to other neighborhoods in Newport, Rhode Island. So the price points over here are starting to climb, but they're not as high as other neighborhoods that are throughout Newport. And you can find a more in-depth video on all the different type of neighborhoods in Newport in the top corner of the screen again. Lastly, the one fact that people really love about the Broadway area is a lot of people are buying real estate over here that live locally. This is one of the few neighborhoods that you'll find that the majority of the buyers that purchase real estate over here are people that live locally, and it really does have a community feel. So that's what people really love about living in this area. Now, what are some things people that dislike about this area? Well, for one thing, it's still up and coming. So there's a lot of development over here. There's a lot of properties that still need to be fixed up. Secondly, people, if you notice the different real estate over here, there's not much space in between the homes. So as you notice right behind me, these homes are all on top of each other, and a lot of the properties over here are gonna be like that. So who's buying real estate over here? Well, as I mentioned, the majority of people that are buying real estate over here are people that are working and living in Newport all year round, so many locals. You'll find some investors buying property over here, the multifamilies, and picking them up and renting them out. You won't find a lot of second homes yet. However, that is starting to change just because the price points are a lot more affordable. So what type of properties can you expect over here? Well, for the most part, the type of properties you can expect over here are single families, condos, multifamilies, and commercial real estate, the more closer you get towards Broadway. So what type of price point over here? Well, the price point is anywhere from $250,000 to $1.3 million. Let's take you on a tour of the Broadway Ave neighborhood. So the first property that we are featuring on our tour of the Broadway neighborhood is here on Bedloe Place, and it's this property right behind me. This is a 3-bed, 1-bath, sits just under 1,500 square feet, and is currently on the market for $549,000 and is currently under contract. That's about $366 per square foot. Now, if you're looking in this area, this property itself, as you can see, it's gonna need some work on the outside, new windows, new cedar shake shingles, but it does have a fairly nice sized yard with parking. Again, this is what's happening over here is people are buying properties. This property is going to be fixed up, and properties continue to get fixed up as we head through this neighborhood. Now, what I love about this location, extremely close to Domino's. You also have Admiral Kalfas Road if you head north on Bedloe Place, which makes it super easy to get in and out of town like we talked about before. And again, if you're military, this is going to be a great location to get to the base. Let's head out to property number 2. I'll follow you. So the second property that we are featuring today on our tour of the Broadway neighborhood is going to be this property located directly behind me. This is a multifamily property. Now, multifamily properties are far and few between here in Newport, so they're very desirable. This is on the market for $750,000. There's 5 beds, 2 baths in the first unit. There's a 1 bed, 1 bath in the second unit, and that sits around 1,800 square feet on the bottom and around 150 square feet on top. So you'll notice in this location, we are on Summer Street right now. If you were to head west down Van Zant, you would get close to the base. We're gonna have a fire truck behind us, so it's gonna get a little noisy, but this corner tends to be pretty busy. It is a cut through for a lot of different streets to get through this neighborhood. So as you see behind us, you'll see a lot of people. There's a 4-way stop, so well, technically a 3-way stop, so you'll see a lot of people here. If you head down Summer Street, what I like about this location is you can easily walk to downtown Newport and Broadway. Broadway from this location is gonna be about a 10 to 15 minute walk. We're gonna head out and finish up and tour our last property. So the third and final property that we'll be featuring today in our tour of the Broadway neighborhood is going to be this property located directly behind me. This is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, sits just under 2,000 square feet, and is currently on the market for $995,000. That puts it at about $504 per square foot, which is a higher per square foot compared to what most homes get into this neighborhood. What I like about this property is that it has plenty of parking, but also if you head south down on Gould Street, Broadway and the commercial area really begins to take place right at that corner section that you can see right there. So it's easily walkable to downtown Newport. Again, easy access to get off the bridge. And if you notice behind me, what I talked about before in the video is a lot of homes are being renovated and fixed up. So this is becoming a popular area for people to buy in. We're gonna finish up our tour of the Broadway neighborhood. So that about wraps up our tour of the Broadway neighborhood. And we're currently standing at one of the top 5 favorite coffee shops that I recommend, Nitro Bar. If you're looking to find out the other 4, you can find it in the top corner of the screen. And if you're looking for any more information on the Broadway area or any other areas in Rhode Island, all of my contact information is in the description below.